Right, hello and welcome to this week's blog. You join me on the banks of the river again. A rare day of work for me in the week, and yeah, looking forward to a bit of piking. Same tactics as last week. I'm going to put a float ledger out and also one on a ledger rig. I'll go over the ledger rig when I bring it in later on because we didn't see that last week. But the float rig is the exact same one in the previous video, so if you watch the last two, the rig that I use for my float ledger is in them videos. Yeah, so if you remember, I'll put an annotation at the top of the screen. I'll have to learn how to do that. I've said it, so I'll have to learn it. It's a damp day. It's drizzling, but the river certainly has got at least a foot to a foot and a half, 2 foot more clarity than it did on the first session where we had that 15 pounder. So yeah, looking forward to the session. Since the second session where they had them double runs, I did a session the next day which I didn't blog, so I'll put a little clip on now of a nice 12-pound fish that I had on the day where I just sat back, relaxed and chilled out, and I didn't make a blog that day. Sometimes I just go and chill out, so that is coming on now. Right, third double of the season, nice 12-pound pike, beautiful condition, absolutely fantastic couple of days off work. Yeah, been an unbelievable start. It's a warm day, so I'm going to get her right back. Thank you very much. Let's get her back. Okay, and the next weekend I took my cousin Barry, our Baz, out for a day's piking, just hoping to get him any pike. Give him his due. He sat there, he listened, he learned, and we sat there from 6 o'clock in the morning till I think he had to get off at 1 o'clock. He had a missed run at about 10 to 1, something like that, which the fish dropped the bait, and I thought that was his chance gone. But with about a minute to go, the rod went again, and yeah, managed to get him his first ever pike. About £3, but our Baz claimed it was 7, but we'll give him £3. Yeah, he seemed to enjoy it, and for me it was a great buzz to take somebody and see them catch fish. So here's a quick picture of our Baz and his £7 monster. Well done, mate. This is the time in pike fishing that I love. In all fishing, it's that first light, there's the odd fish topping, the rods are out, and Gary's just working a lure downstream. The clarity's a lot better than last week, the first day of the season. I've seen a few pike strike, and this is what I love. First light, you've got that air of anticipation in the air, a tad hint of expectation, which never good, but yeah, there's the odd fish topping, and it's that magical first hour of the morning where you just, you're excited to get the rods in, and you can't wait for them floats to go. And hopefully today, with 4 rods in, me and Gary might, get a fish on the bank to show you. If not, right now I'd be on my morning commute to work, sat in traffic, so yeah. Right, as you just seen there, just lost a fish. It happens. That's piking at the end of the day. You're never going to know. It didn't feel massive, but it's always good to get that first pike on the bike, on the bank of the session. And Gary's lost one early on as well. So 2 bites quite close in, and quite finicky bites. There was no teeth marks at more than halfway up the bait, so they were either a very small pike or, we've had problems with eels in the past, but I don't think it was eels, that one. That was definitely a pike, and they come off. So yeah, not a great start, but that is the reality of piking. So yeah, 1 lost run so far each. So another lost fish. That was the weirdest take I've ever had. It was going along, stopped, going along, stopped, and yeah, a hard one to judge. If it was a small jack, you normally get a lot of tugging as it's trying to move the bait round, but yeah, 2 second lost fish of the day. This is my blog. Anyone who read the written blog will know a blog, whether it's good, bad or indifferent. And yeah, today 2 runs and 2 lost fish, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You know, another day you sat here with two pike on the bank. So yeah, fingers crossed we get another chance. It has come on the same rod, so I've moved both rods now up on top of the marginal shelf, because that's where all our runs have come. So yeah, fingers crossed for another bite, but not a great start. There's only one thing to do. Let's grab a brew, sit back and just hope you get another chance. Yeah, there's not a lot you can do in piking when that happens. It's just the way it goes. It's going to happen again during the season, and yeah, that is just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Fingers crossed we get another chance. It's only early on. I think we've only been here about an hour and a half, something like that, and we've had 3 takes, so there's a good chance there's a lot of fish in the area and we'll get another chance. But yeah, as sessions go, the last couple couldn't do anything wrong. This one, we're having a brew in despair. And just to top it off now, it started raining. That fine rain, as Peter Kay says, soaks you through. So I'll be staying firmly under this brolly for a bit and just hoping that my traps are set. There is a bit of flow on the water today, as you can probably see by, I don't think the camera's picking up any of the leaves that are moving. You can see one just by the float there. There is a fair bit of flow on today, but the colour was good. That might change as the brooks that run into here colour it up a bit. But yeah, been about half an hour since I lost that fish and nothing else as much has happened. Just going to enjoy a brew, and I might bring one of the rods in and go and do a bit of wobbling down the edge. So just had a little bit of a go on the wobbling rod. And finally, after 3 missed bites today, we've got one in the net. And I must say, I'm really impressed with that net. I might pick myself one up. What I'll do is, we'll get him up on the bank, and he is a rather active one. We'll try and do a bit on how we unhook a pike. But yeah, finally we've got one. Right, so before you even get the fish out of the water, have all the gear ready. It's the weigh sling, could be a possible double. Right, now we've got the fish on the bank, it's on the soft mat. Underneath the pike there, stay away from its gills, there's a hard bone there. Right there, and you're putting your hand up the inside, and you're away from the teeth. Maybe flips, you'll tense up. Right, so first get the pike out of the way. If you're going to flap, you'll feel him tense up. Keep a firm grip. Place the pike on the mat. So I'm going in, and it's the bottom hook I'm worried about. No point worrying about the top one first. You've got to get the bottom hook out like that. Just twist it because they're semi-barbless, and out it comes. Put that to one side. Right, so there's the fish resting in the margin, plenty of room, the gill's ticking over. Ready for 1 or 2 picks, and then we'll get her back. Right, and there's that pike. I think she was just over £11. a lovely river fish, lovely dark colours on her, beautiful fish. Got all the greens, spots of yellow, perfect fins. So she's got a tumour on the side of her head there, and a bit of a lump. But you get that with pike. It's all character with the fish, and you'll recognise this fish next time. But yeah, proper river fish. What we'll do, we'll get this beautiful creature back. She wants to go back, going straight under them and reads the sup, and there she goes. So the rig that caught that pike, the rig that was shown to me by a good friend, Steve Daly, who took me pike fishing very early on with Gary and taught me this little rig. Very complicated. It's my 60-pound braid, and I've literally got a wire trace tied on the end, and on the end of it you place any fish, one hook in the top, and you want it facing straight, cast it in, and you just tease it back through the water. Some people call it wobbling, some people call it sink and draw. So you tease and fall, sink and draw, or wobbling, you just teasing the tip. And what you'll happen is it'll either stop solid like it's a snag, but it'll pull back, it'll tug at it as if like a pike grabs it. Or what you can do is at the end of after a few casts, is just leave it in the margin, you know, for a few seconds at the end of the run. And if any pikes followed it in, you'll feel a tug on the line like I did with that. I had the rod in my hand and I felt the tug, and then you just give it a countdown strike you would. It's a rig that you should really be using after probably a year's proper piking on the floats, because you get to learn then how long to leave a run and how long to, you know, to strike. But it's a simple rig and effective, and today we've had all manner of different rigs out, you know, ledgers popped up, float ledgers, the lot, and this rig has caught a double figure pike. So yeah, it's good to have in your armoury, and a nice solid little rig. And anyone who watched the videos early on last year from the start of the channel would have seen me catch quite a few pike early on in the season on this method. It is a good method to have in your armoury, and one that can sometimes save a blank. So yeah, that's just a simple rig that I use to catch that fish. Right, you'll have to excuse the filming. Gary's a bit further down the bank, but this rod's just gone off. Feels like a nice fish. There we go, another one in the bank, and that one was on a skimmer, I think, can't remember, but yeah, good fight. Let's get it on the unhooking mat. Right, so the interesting part about this, while that pike's just resting in the margin while I'm setting up the camera gear, that was the bait that I used. That was the bait, and incidentally, while I was unhooking it, that was halfway down its gullet. It's a smelt. Just got this pike unhooked and weighed. She's been resting in the margin for a few moments, and there she is, just under £9. And yeah, second pike of the day, and more than made up. It's, you know, it has been a day when I think moving has been paid off. That come within 10 minutes of me putting a bait in the water, and as you saw, it's not the first meal it's had off us today. Had that smelt down its gullet, but yeah, a lovely example of the species. And as you can see, it's quite a warm day today, so I'm not going to keep it out too long. Like I keep saying on these videos, it's really important you rest them. See, some pike are really, you know, really good on the bank, like this one. It's only been in there about a minute and it's already fighting to get out. Some take 10, 15, and you just got to give them as long as they need. If they need 15, they need 15. If they need 2 or 3, they need 2 or 3. And that's what you're waiting for the pike to be like this. You know, gill's ticking over, all its fins moving, and it wants to get out. So why don't we oblige her and let her go? There you go, girl. Off you go. When she realises she's free, I'm sure she's going to fire away and probably soak me. There you go. Back she goes. It's been a proper autumnal day today. The wind's up, the leaves are coming off the trees, and as you can see, it's all starting to look a bit brown in colour. The greens are slowly fading away, and all the foliage dying back. Today has had that nip in the air, I must admit, and it's felt a bit like proper pike. And don't get me wrong, not got any of the thermals on or anything, but no, that wind, that nip in the air today, even when it was sunny, it wasn't boiling. It's felt like the changes are happening around us now. We'll soon be into winter and then big bags of dace and the pike. We've got it all to look forward to, the good times to come. Right, we were just having a nice brew. We heard the beeping going and Gary's alarm's gone. It's a nice fish, mate.
I needed that after two lost fish. It's very welcome near the end of the day.
It's a lovely
Made
fish.
up now.
And again, lovely colours. Yeah, lovely fish, mate. Well done. Let's get it back. No messing about. Well done, mate. Right, so you've just seen Gary put that fish back now, and like I said earlier, it's been a bad day. We've both lost fish, we've both struck into fish and they've come off. And on these socials, it's you hope when you start out that you both get a fish, and today we've both had chances, both lost fish, and you know, we're into the last couple of hours now, and I'm so, you know, glad that alarm went off and he got a fish. Still a couple of hours left, there's still a chance for us both to get another one, but the fact that we both got a fish now really makes the session a good one. It's good when you both get a fish, and when there's, you know, when there's 3 or 4 of you on the bank, it can be a different story, but when there's 2 of you, you're always happy when you both catch. So now there's a couple of hours left, see what we get, you know, see what we get. Right, so that's the end of the session now. All the gear's packed away and it's getting on for 7 o'clock, so it's going dark. 2 pike. You've got to be happy with any pike, in my opinion, on a pike session. Sometimes you come and you don't get anything, so to get 2, more than made up. I do set my target at 10 doubles for the season, so to have 4 in October is, you know, it's beat my expectations out of the water. Harder months are to come. November's notoriously always hard for me with the pike in, but yeah, you know, enjoying it at the moment. It's been hard, good that we both got a fish. Thank you. That's the end of the session now, so thank you very much for watching. It'd be great if you could like and subscribe, and you know, leave a comment down below what the type of fishing that you do and what's your PB and what do you enjoy, what type of fishing do you enjoy, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Okay, tight lines and goodbye.